History, history, history.
Yes. Today I want to share 3 words with you. These 3 words I first heard a long time ago, and they have changed my life forever. I first heard these 3 words back in 1999 from my college basketball coach. And before I tell you these 3 words, I have to explain to you how I heard. Now, my college basketball coach was a very, very large man. He stood about 6'5" or more. He was 250 pounds plus. And he was very, very intense. Very intense. He, in some places, began to be known as the black version of Bob Knight. And for those who don't know, Bob Knight was a known, intense college basketball coach at the University. My college coach, during a game, we were playing Clinton Community College, which is way upstate New York, actually about 30 to 40 minutes from Montreal. We were playing the game, and we were down by 20 points at halftime. My coach was furious. Furious. He comes in the locker room, boom, kick in the locker. He was so upset. So upset. He was threatening us. Y'all gonna have longer practices. Practice every day. He also punched the locker. He was so upset, he had to leave the locker room. And when he left the locker room, before he left us with a jewel. He said, no matter what y'all do, y'all better find a way to win. And those words we talk about to this day, and I always remember those. We did come back and win the game because we had to find a way. You see, in life, there's a lot of people who life remains in part. And it remains in part because they're not willing to find a way to accomplish their goals and dreams. So let's just see in here, by show of hands, how many feel that their life is in part? Maybe because of finances, okay, relationships, family, education. Okay, wow. Well, some other deterrent. Anybody got some other deterrent? Okay. Well, today I'm sharing these words with you to find a way, because if you take the initiative to find a way, you can overcome any challenges or obstacles you may have. If you are willing to find a way, instead of being in a park position or in a parking garage, stuck somewhere, you will eventually be driving on the highway to success. So you have to find a way. And if you don't believe me, let me give you some examples of people who have found a way. This past year, there was a snowstorm. Snowstorm shut down the whole city. Even shut down New Jersey. And I saw this on the news. I saw a man, somehow, he got to New Jersey for his job interview he had that day. Now, how did he do that? New York was shut down, New Jersey was shut down. But somehow, he made it to the job interview. He made it to the job interview, and when he got there, the The people that were there early, before the city shut down, said, "What are you doing here?" They were in shock. They said, "Sorry, sir, we can't help you today. There's not going to be any interviews today because nobody came in." But they kept his information, and they wanted to remind all the employers of what he did. And once that week was over, the terrible snowstorm, they hired him for a job. That's just one example. You have people like Booker T. Washington. He wanted to have an education so bad, he had to sleep underneath hotel rooms because of segregation and things like that. He walked 400 miles to Hampton University. In that time, there was no Air Jordans or no Nike cross trainers. He did it in shoes. 400 miles. He found a way. You have people like George Washington Carver, who found over 100 different ways to use peanuts. I only know one way. You know what you ever know. You have people like Harriet Tubman, who found a way to free herself, but also others, from slavery. You have people like W.E.B. Du Bois, he found a way to become the first black to ever graduate from Harvard University with his PhD. You have people like Michael Jordan, who got cut from his high school basketball team to eventually becoming the world's best basketball player. He found a way. You have people like Oprah Winfrey, who came from impoverished background to become the world's richest black woman. You have people like Ursula Burns, who became the first black woman to run a Fortune 500 company, Zero. She found a way. You have people like Mary McLeod Bethune, who wanted to educate others so bad that she started her own school, which eventually became a college. She found a way. And of course, we have people like Barack Obama, who became the first black president of the United States. He found a way. So what I'm saying to you is simple. If you're willing to put the effort to find a way, to find a way, to find a way, you will be a success. Thank you.